Season 3 of the Panther Podcast is here. This year, we're continuing to give you more insight into who the Panthers are. The Panthers are the wonderful faculty, administration, student body, alumni, and community who make up the Brookhaven School District in Brookhaven, Mississippi. We've started the 2025-2026 school year off with a bang. You've seen a funny skit, staff introductions, and student-athlete highlights. Get ready for more of that, as well as docuseries episodes and podcast episodes on the Panther Podcast. Superintendent and Panther Podcast host, Dr. Rod Henderson, will continue to share great stories that highlight the Panthers. If you're new to our community, you'll quickly learn what it means to be a Panther. Like and subscribe to both the Panther Podcast YouTube and podcast channel to be notified of all things Panther Podcast. As Dr. Henderson says, it's always a great day to be a Panther.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Rod Henderson. I'm superintendent of the Brookhaven School District, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 2 of the Panther Podcast. I have the pleasure of being here today with the principal of Mamie Martin Elementary, brand new principal of Mamie Martin Elementary, Miss Ashley Davis. How you doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. We're going to jump right into it. Tell us all about who you are, where you're from, all that good stuff.
Well, that's a complicated question because
Take your time.
So I am a daughter of a college football coach.
Oh, good.
So I was born in actually South Bend, Indiana.
Mm.
And I've
Notre
lived
Dame.
he was over at Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And I lived in 8 different states growing up, around Texas, Florida, North Carolina. And I actually went to 3 high schools, in North Carolina, Texas, and Iowa.
Wow.
Is where I was. And then got married after college, and I went to college down at Stephen F. Austin in Texas.
Mm-hmm. Nacogdoches.
Yeah, Nacogdoches, yep. Mm-hmm. And got married, and he's a football coach, and we moved to actually Kansas at first.
What part of Kansas?
He was at Lawrence, Kansas. He was at University of Kansas, the Jayhawks. Mm-hmm. And we had a daughter. Mm-hmm. And then made us move back down here to Mississippi, where he was coaching at Colin under his dad. Mm-hmm. And then we had 2 more kids here, and I've been here ever since. So as soon as we moved here, I actually applied to Brookhaven. Right. So
that's a lot. You know, you covered a lot. Now, I want to go back to the 3 high schools.
Yes.
You know, that's over a period of from 9th grade through your senior year. Mm-hmm. So the first one was in where?
North Carolina, 9th grade. He was my dad was coaching at East Carolina University.
The Pirates.
Yes, the Pirates. And
I'm gonna just randomly say mascot names. Okay,
because I know. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I just know the mascots. You know, Lumberjacks. That's Stephen F. Austin.
That's Stephen F. Austin. Yes.
I'm gonna try to stop, but I might not. But go ahead.
That's okay. That's okay. Mm-hmm. I know him. I've been there a time or 2.
It's a hobby. So yeah.
The second one, my sophomore and junior year, I was in Nacogdoches. He was the head football coach over at Stephen F. Austin.
Oh, was he really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, your father's name?
Robert McFarland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. When you first told me that, I was like, I do know his name.
Yes. A lot of people called him Coach Mac.
Yeah.
But I know there's another Coach Mac here.
Sure.
So and then I moved my senior year to Iowa, and he was coaching at Iowa State under Gene Chizik.
Gene Chizik, yeah, the Cyclones.
Yeah.
I did it again. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So then your journey brought you here, to
here.
little old Brookhaven, Mississippi.
Yes, and in fact, my brother graduated at Weston because my dad coached here at some point but I had moved out of the house and was married at the time. So I've been to Weston, but I've never really came to Brookhaven. And when Micah was moving down here and I was applying to jobs, I said, I want to, there's a bigger town that's kind of right next door.
Right next door. Mm-hmm.
And I said, I really kind of want to get into that school system. And so I actually applied, and I got interviewed for a 3rd and 4th grade job and got offered that position. Mm-hmm. And then Coach Matt called me the day I was actually calling to accept the position. He goes, hey, I have a kindergarten spot too. And I was like, deal, let's do kindergarten.
So Coach Mac stole you from
Coach Mac stole me from
Call it what it is. That's what he did.
He did. And actually Dr. Rushing was like, hey, this could be your classroom. Because I was like, well, I feel bad, because they interviewed me. But I did. I ended up taking a kindergarten spot here. I taught 6th and 5th grade in kindergarten, 6th and 5th grade in Texas.
Okay.
when I moved to Kansas is when I taught kindergarten. And then I was like, so it's just an easier transition with a new baby.
Huge difference. Huge
Big
difference.
jump.
Yeah, huge difference. We've talked about that before. I'll tell anybody, on this level, you have to have the heart for it. You have to be built for it. But they do such a wonderful job here anyway. So you've been here how many years?
This is now I was been 5 years assistant principal and then 4 years, so almost 9.
Oh, you're in deep.
I'm in deep now.
Yeah, you're in deep. You're in deep.
Yeah, I'm starting to bleed the red and blue now.
Yeah, you're definitely in deep. Colors close to University of Kansas. Those colors, the blue's a little darker. I have to stop. I'm doing it again. I'm just calling out random stuff. So, all right, it's all right.
Well, that was hard in high school, because in high school, every color that I had was different. So I never even got like a high school ring, because I went to 3 high schools. I had, and we were the Rampants. Actually, in North Carolina, it's a rampant. It's a ram and a panther put together.
Oh, hold on. We can't go past. We have to stop. We have to visit this. So, your high school mascot in North Carolina was a combination of a ram
and a panther.
So you were rampers.
Yeah, we were rampant.
Rampant.
Yep, and then we were. It was terrible. It was a terrible.
Yeah, how did that happen?
It's actually a really cool background story. But when the schools integrated, that's what ended up happening. Yeah, it's actually a really cool background story. So they decided on a mascot together, and that's what it was.
Compromise right there.
There it was. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I moved to Texas, Nacogdoches, and the Nacogdoches High School was the Dragons.
Okay.
And they were gold and black.
Okay.
And then I moved to the Cyclone. They were the little Cyclones. Yeah, Iowa State. Yeah, little Cyclones. So they were orange and black. So I was like, I don't even have a color that I can.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of changes.
The little Cyclone. When I went to play at Grambling, the high school at Grambling, their mascots are the kittens. The kittens. Now imagine going to play somebody,
Well.
And I always made fun of my teammates that were from Grambling High. I'm like. The kittens.
The kittens. Yeah, that's a good one.
But they would get upset about that. They were serious about their mascot name.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot. I mean, my brother graduated from Arkansas Monticello up there, and they're the Boll Weevils.
Boll Weevils, yeah. There I go again.
I mean, there's some interesting ones.
Arkansas has a lot of interest. I think Arkansas Tech, their mascots are Wonder Boys.
Yes.
So it's a lot of interesting mascots.
My brother's coaching in North Carolina right now at Campbell University.
The Campbells.
The Camels, yeah.
I'm sorry. I did it again.
I like that though. That's good. That's good. But yeah, the Camels. That's a first for us. I think as a family, we're all like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Like,
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
So this is your first year as a principal.
Yes.
So far, so good?
So far, so good,
We're laughing because we've been attached at the hip on a couple of things already, but it's okay. Hey, it gets better. It's all right.
Smile through it.
Yeah. But bring us behind the curtain a little bit and talk about, the ins and outs of, what you're doing as a principal. I always try to give everyone a little peek behind the curtain as to how, the interaction and inner workings, happen.
Absolutely. I have a fantastic staff.
Absolutely.
I'm very, very blessed to have a fantastic staff. And the beauty about teaching younger kids is that we have the ability to just go with the flow some days. And, and especially because you never know what's going to happen.
Right. The babies.
Yes. The babies. And we can, and I talked a lot about this at the beginning of the school year, just about how, we're not going to be maybe the school that has all the ducks in the row sometimes, but we're all going to be in the same pond together.
I like that.
And so,
I like that.
And we're all going to swim and do it together. And so, that's one of the major things is, first of all, I have to give a lot of credit to my staff. They're phenomenal. They've, gone with everything that we've went with at the very beginning of the year. A lot of it boils down to my philosophy kind of goes to, I believe every child should have high quality education and a safe learning environment.
Yes, absolutely.
And so, especially here, we have a lot of tears, in those first few weeks of school. And it's not just from the kids. We have some from the parents as well, dropping off their babies. And so it's just a matter of them knowing that they're safe. For the parent side, the students knowing that we're here and we're going to protect you and we're going to help you learn, And then, so it really, that's a lot of the inner workings that kind of reminding them every day, you know, make it a great day. You know, you're in charge of your day. Let's make it a great day. And that's something I say in announcements every morning. And that's something that kind of falls behind that part of it. And then when it comes to that high quality instruction, I have two wonderful members that are kind of, I would call my curriculum team. One of them is my assistant principal, Lee Jackson. She's phenomenal. She was my academic coach when I was over there, so we worked hand in hand together a lot. And then I just hired Jessica Lewis as our academic coach, and she has just taken the reins. I think, talk about that upper to lower. I think that first day of kindergarten, I think I had her and my new counselor, Marquita Dillon, who also came from AJH like this. The first day in the lunchroom was interesting.
Yeah.
But I do feel like that side of it is strong too. You know, we're building kids' foundations here, and that's essential.
It's the beginning. You know, it's the very beginning. You talked about you had some early on tears and things like that. Well, you know, parents are getting used to finally letting go. You know, and children are getting used to a whole different, you know, a beginning, a new beginning, something they're not used to. So it takes time. But what I really love about it is seeing the beginning. You know, witnessing the tears and things like that, and then coming back in the middle of the year and seeing them grow and thrive. And at the end of the year, it's like,
the most rewarding.
Yeah, it's like second nature. And I would tell anyone who does secondary, come down to elementary for a while and see how it works and things like that. You will have a whole different, you know, belief in things. In what you do as far as secondary is concerned, I believe you need to experience that.
Absolutely.
Because it's a whole different deal.
Right,
you know,
and vice versa. I think it's important for us to
and vice
see,
versa. And vice versa also.
Because I do think it is those first, I mean, even my teachers, they're like, oh my gosh, there's a lot going on. You know, they're like, we're still learning how to push in a chair and, you know, walk in a line and all the things. And then by December, they're all like, oh, we're reading. I don't know what y'all are doing, but we're over here reading.
And that's the cool part.
And it's so fun to see that change, even in the teachers, you know, as they're watching their kids grow. They're like, oh, the line, that's nothing now, you know. So it's a rewarding experience at this age level, for sure.
Yes. Let's talk about it from a personal standpoint. Being a coach's wife. Yes. I know that's different.
That's different.
You know, that's different. You know, being a former coach myself, I know the time that goes into being a coach in itself.
And right in the middle of fall camp.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. And you know, fall camp is like, you know, everything is everything is going, and you're pretty much just having to hold down the fort. I'm pretty sure.
Correct.
You know, let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. I have 3 babies. I have a 2-year-old. I have a 1st grader here, and then I have a 4th grader over at BES.
I met the 2-year-old the other day.
Oh, yeah. He's full force.
Yes, he is. He's 2. Yeah.
He's a full 2. He is the one that keeps me on my toes. Sure. Yes, he's entertaining. I just was talking and saying, you know, please judge me by my first 2, not my 3rd.
She did say that.
I said he's wonderful. He really is, but. It is. That's a full-time job too. A lot of it boils down to I have 2 older ones who are phenomenal. My daughter's the oldest, and it kind of helps having a little mama bear being a little old.
I'm sure.
So she's involved in gymnastics locally, and she does competitive gymnastics. And my son's doing baseball. Okay. And so we are full force in sports as well.
Being pulled in a whole different different directions.
Yes, and so and I do feel like one of the things is that, you know, I'll tell people all the time, you know, they're like, what do you know, how do you just do all that? And I said, you know, a lot of it's organization. I mean, routine, is routine, day-to-day stuff. But I also make sure that I do wake up at 4:30 in the morning every morning and work out. And I think that helps kind of start my day, and it kind of gets me into that mindset. And it also shows my kids that even though I'm taking care of all these other little things, I do try to, you know, make sure my mental whatever in itself is okay as well. And that's important, especially even in this position.
Yes.
Mike and I have gotten really good at just, hey, you know, communicating. It might
Yes.
just be a short, hey, how are you? Good.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. See you later. but just checking in if we need to. Hey,
Yeah.
do you need anything? You
Sure.
know, how are you?
Sure.
And he is in the middle of fall camp, so it's 5:30 mornings and 8 o'clock nights, and so the kids at this point are used to it. They've done it.
Kids are just better than adults do. I've
Yes.
found that even young, they can adjust quickly.
And they do, and with the start of school, that's kind of helped.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
keep their mind off of it as well. But it's ending on tomorrow, so
Okay.
I'm excited to kind of settle. That'll kind of take and alleviate a little bit of
Bring
that.
a little normalcy back.
Yes, back,
you know.
and just a little help in the afternoons. I mean, like I said, my older two are wonderful. I meal prep for the whole week on Sundays.
Okay.
So I just heat up the food throughout the week, and
Wow.
my kids, they're not allowed to watch TV during the week.
Okay.
I do make sure they don't have iPads or cell phones or anything yet. So they do a lot of playing, and that kind of helps because they're not like, Mom, can I? They really know, hey, I'm at home. I can go play with my toys. My daughter just finished her 7th Harry Potter book.
Oh, come on.
So
Yeah.
she's my reader.
She's a reader.
And so she finished it last night, and Cannon kept going, can you read this book with me? And she's like, no, I've got to finish.
She's all about her business.
Yes, she's like, I have stuff to do. And so, and my 2-year-old, you've seen him,
Yes.
he will entertain himself.
Yes.
And so so that kind of helps too, that they know that, this is what's expected during the week, and I can play and I can do things. I can go play outside and stuff like that. And when it's supper time and dinner time, and they know to pack their snack and their bag, and it's just routine. I mean, it boils down to that.
And that's what I was about to say. What I'm hearing here is you have a routine.
Yes.
And it starts with yourself, because I always tell you all, you got to take care of yourself.
Correct.
Because there's enough, to deal with here, from the time that we're here, and you have to be able to take care of yourself mentally and physically,
Absolutely.
because if you're not operating at your optimum, a lot of things go wrong,
Yes,
from there.
absolutely,
A lot of things go wrong, and it's good to hear that you're taking care of yourself first, and then you have your routine throughout the week and so on.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we go to church on Sundays, and so prayers help
Prayers help
to
a
start
lot.
that Sunday.
Yeah.
And I lecture at the church, down
Okay.
at the Catholic church down there, and
Okay.
so I go down there, and my kids are involved on Wednesday church nights, and it does kind of help having that family too to fall back on if needed.
So, away from mother, principal mother, what do you do, for yourself? I know you talked about working out in the morning time, but I'm talking about as far as a hobby or getting away with, from things.
Yes.
What do you do for
So
Ashley?
Brooke gets it honest, I'm an avid reader.
Okay.
I am an avid reader. I do love reading all different types of books. I've, from murder mystery books to, the fun, typical romance books and stuff like that. So I do spend a lot of time in the library. I hunt. I actually, believe it or not, a lot of people don't believe me when I say that, but I do.
I don't. I don't believe you.
Well, I do.
I'm trying to imagine you out hunting.
I do. I hunt. I've got 2 doe last season, and all I eat is deer meat.
You like deer meat?
Yes,
I love deer meat.
We don't even have ground. I don't think I've had ground meat. Our family hasn't had ground meat in probably 5-6 years.
Really?
All we eat is the deer that we kill.
Some of the best meat you can have is deer meat.
Yeah, very lean.
Just in my opinion.
Yes, it's so good.
It's
so
very
we do
lean.
ground meat and sausage. Everything is done. But so yes, I hunt actually, and I.
That's good to know.
I'll
deer
bring
sausage.
you some. I'll bring you some deer sausage.
I like this.
I do. I'm telling you, we have a freezer full right now.
Come
so,
on.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yes. We try to kill 3 to 4 a year just to kind of, because that's about the average of what we eat.
Yeah.
And then I also like to, my family owns the lake house in Nacogdoches. They are on Lake Nac, and so we'll go over there and hunt and travel. We love to travel and, take the kids different places.
So do you hunt by yourself, or do you and your husband hunt together?
I hunt by myself.
By yourself?
I do.
Really?
I hunt by myself. I take the kid. Brooke's old enough. She's gonna probably be able to try to get
your
her.
daughter goes with you?
Yes, she
Okay,
does, and she almost got one last year. But
Really?
A big buck came out, so the nerves took over, and she started shaking. She's like, I just don't know if I can do
Yeah.
it. But then the next one came out, and she shot at it but missed. But she was really proud of herself for even taking that effort. So, and we were too. It's exciting to kind of see that excitement out of her, and Yeah.
I would have never guessed it. This is why I love this, because you find out facts about people that you never would have guessed. Yeah, you never know. Absolutely.
Yeah, I know a lot of people. They're like, really? But it's funny. Tedrick Thompson, he'll be like, well, he's finally learned that he does that. So every November and December, he's like, did you go hunting this week? And I'm like, I did. Let me show you what I got. But yeah, we love. That's something that my family likes to do, and Cannon's going with us now too, and he likes that. And they have a pond out there, so we'll go fishing.
Oh, good.
And in fact, we just bought some more land that kind of attached our land yesterday. We just signed off on some more land.
Great.
So yeah, we like hunting. That's one of the things we like to do.
I would have never guessed it. I would have never guessed it. But that's great, though.
Yeah.
That's great. And the fishing part, I'm not an avid fisherman. I can, but I'd rather be amongst people who fish, just talking,
well,
things
and it's
like that.
cheating at the pond because
it's full of fish.
Oh gosh, yeah, it's like you can just throw it out and you reel it back in.
See, that's the type of fishing I can do. You put me out somewhere where I don't know, I give you about 20 minutes.
And they're over it.
Yeah, this is it. But if I'm catching them, I'm going all day.
Right. Yeah. So when they go to the lake over in Nacogdoches, they're like, why are we not catching any fish? I'm like,
it's different.
It's different. Yeah. It's different. It's not fully stocked. You got to actually work for it a little bit.
It's different.
Yeah. Anything by the water, though, is usually my hobby. And I love doing a lot of stuff by the, we like traveling to the beach.
Right.
And we've taken our kids to Disney World, and we're going back soon, and that's big. Because I lived in Oviedo, Florida, so he was at UCF.
Okay.
So we had the year-round passes.
Everywhere.
Yes. We had the year-round passes to Universal, Islands of Adventures, and Disney World for 4 years. So I know the kind of the ins and outs, I guess, of it.
Yeah, I've been there twice, and it's an undertaking. Yeah.
It's not really a vacation. It's more.
No, it's not. No, especially when you have the younger kids. It's like, ooh. As they get older, it gets better though, because they're more want to.
Absolutely.
You can take them to the Star Wars area and stay there all day, and they're good.
They loved it, yeah. And I haven't, when Brooke finishes the last Harry Potter book, we promised her we'd take her to the Harry Potter world over there.
She would love that. If she's read 7 Harry Potter books, she's going to love that.
Yeah, so she's my reader.
She'll enjoy that.
She's my reader,
absolutely.
yeah.
So now you said you all just pretty much eat deer meat, so I'm going to get into, food. Do you consider yourself a good cook? If not, it's okay.
Oh, well, I'm going to tell you. So my mom's Cajun.
Okay.
So she is a Thibodeau. That's her maiden name. She's a Thibodeau. She was born and
from
raised
Louisiana?
In Port Barry, Louisiana.
My mom's from Alexandria.
Okay,
so I spent a lot of time
there.
in Louisiana.
Yes, over there by Opelousas type area.
Opelousas is one of my favorite places to
Yes,
live.
and so we grew up having to cook in some form or fashion, and so I'm love doing the crawfish etouffee, round steak, and all that stuff. And actually, I cook. Like I said, we really don't go out to eat ever.
Okay.
We live in West End, but we in Brookhaven, and so if it's a busy night, yes, we do. But every night is a meal, a home cooked meal.
Okay.
So and that's just something I do for.
There is something about, and really, I would say, I'm not gonna just say women from Louisiana, but just I will say women from Louisiana because. My mom was like that. My mom, it was a meal. We did, but it was rare.
Right.
Go out to eat. But
it
was
becomes
almost
more of a treat.
Yeah, she would come home and kick her shoes off, wouldn't even change, and put the apron on and whip up a meal in no time. And just like it was nothing. And Sunday's meal was always done Saturday night. Or Saturday, and it would be.
It's all day.
I don't know. Yeah, that I was like, wow.
Smell like roux the whole rest of the day.
Yeah. You think about that, and they would make it look. That goes back to my grandmother. It would make it look easy. Yeah. Never measure anything. I have to measure everything. Because I'm either going to cook too much or I'm going to put too. But
no, I had to watch. My mom was like, "If you want to learn how to cook it, come watch me," because I don't have recipes, and
that's
so
true.
that's what it took. And my dad kind of picked up from her cooking, and when he retired too. So there's sometimes they'll even compete about whose is better and stuff. But yes, no, I love cooking. It's actually something else I do to kind of just relax.
Okay, so you do like cooking.
I do like cooking.
Okay.
Yes, I really do. And I can cook a wide range of food, and my kids, they can be picky, but I'm like, nope, this is what's for dinner.
There you go. Sound like my sister. Yeah, my sister.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
And I am more towards the spicy food, though. I am a spicy food.
Here we go. Now, I left spicy food behind when I left Grambling because hell, Louisiana people love their spice.
They do.
You know, but I mean, I had my share of it while I was there. But as you get older, as I got older, they didn't agree with me as much.
Right.
You know,
my kid will say the same thing.
Yeah.
He said, my chest is hurting.
Yeah.
And the whole heart
I can
hurts."
tolerate it. I can tolerate it, but it's not something that I have to have. I have some friends that they have to have, you know, spicy stuff.
Yeah.
You know, but I think, you know, my tolerance for it has really gone down.
I mean, I can see that. I'm a jalapenos. I don't have to have it, but I love throwing it in there.
Yeah, and see, I'm not. See, some people like jalapeno is basic, you know, and but I'm not for me, you know. I'm like, ooh, that's
all the spice.
a piece of jalapeno. I'm like, I can't do this.
In fact, there was a company down in Opelousas. They had like a DeWitt's type of seasoning was the name of the seasoning. Well, when he passed away, his family just kind of didn't do it anymore. Well, my family loved that seasoning. So my brother and my mom got together and would taste the seasoning and try to make their own, and taste the seasoning and try to make their own. And they actually, you know, made a very similar seasoning.
Okay.
And have it, and that's something we all have too, is just so we actually have our own seasoning that's done by my family too.
This is, what do you not have?
Yeah,
you know,
so we have all the
like
food.
deer, I love deer.
Deer,
Honey,
hunt,
and you like Cajun food, spicy Cajun food, and you have your own seasoning. I mean, come on.
I mean, so there's full kitchen in the house.
You got everything covered.
Yes, and
You know?
so I do like baking, which is not a specialty of my mom. She was not a baker. She's gotten really good at pecan pie and, you know, all that type of stuff, but always the baked foods. But so I always did the baking growing up. And so, but I can't keep it in the house. It disappears before I make it, out the kitchen. So, between the kids and husband, they're going to eat up this sweets.
The kids, they have to have it. Yeah.
They love it.
Yeah.
They love it. So I try to have it sparingly.
So you have a wide range of you know, culinary skills, I guess you could say. You
absolutely.
know? But I would imagine that that's a way of relaxing also.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
Yes.
I actually enjoy cooking too. You know, I do it. I probably do it more than people believe I do it. You know, I'm pretty decent at it. You know, actually, you know, haven't mastered fried chicken yet. You know, and probably because I haven't really tried to master it. You know, because I'm a little skeptical. You know,
My mother-in-law's the fried deer meat. She's just got it down. Like, she doesn't have to think about it. And so I just keep watching her. I'm like, there's something you're doing that I'm missing.
You're peeking at it, like looking over her shoulder.
Doing?
Yeah.
But she's got it down, that fried deer meat. And so we try. But I mean, and it's close, but it's just not
quite there.
Yeah, but she did it her whole, you know, she's done her whole life.
Yeah.
And, you know, I kind of get into it about when me and Micah 10 years ago. So.
And I guess I have to realize that too. You know, people who can do it well, they've been doing it for a long time.
Absolutely.
You know, especially with the fried chicken. Now I'll bake some chicken. You know, that's okay.
Yes.
You know, but as far as frying, because I got to find that middle point. You know, either it looks good, and then I cut it open, it's bread. Oh, that didn't do it. You know,
that consistency too.
Or I fried to death. You know, and then it's ugly. You know.
But it might taste good.
But it might taste good. You know, but it doesn't look good. But it might taste good. So. I haven't mastered that yet.
Yeah,
you know, so
it's
I have to keep working on that.
It's definitely tough. Yeah.
But all of this information here, like I said, I would have never guessed all of those things, you know. But at the end of the day, being a wife, being a coach's wife, being a mother, and then turn around being a principal of a large school. People have to realize Mamie Martin is a huge school.
It is a huge school.
And
800 over 800
over
kids,
800,
95 staff
kids.
members.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's not including cafeteria stuff. So yeah, it's a big staff.
And that's why I love doing this, because people need to understand the ins and outs, everything that we deal with each and every day.
Absolutely.
You know, and it goes above and beyond just opening the doors and walking around waving at people. You know, it's a lot more than that.
Right.
You know, it's making sure, and you've already spoken on this, making sure these kids have the best surroundings, the safest surroundings where they can just grow and prosper.
Right, right. And I'll tell you, the blessing about this age too is we do get to see a lot of parents around, you know, because they want to come check on their babies. They want to come watch their babies. And I know we've spoken to this prior, you know, just about we live in Weston, but my kids will graduate from Brookhaven, and it's just because we love it. I mean, the community is there's just a big difference, and just what they've been able to experience here, the friends they've been able to gain.
Sure.
My daughter's in softball, and I told you she's in gymnastics, and she's just been able to meet so many people around here, and it's wonderful watching. I didn't get that.
Right.
You know, living in the same place for 9 years is the longest I've ever lived anywhere, and which is here.
Right.
So being able to see my children grow up with the same people
and flourish
and you know, and thrive, and then go out, you know, and be involved in some community things around here, and then have friends there too. I mean, it's really neat to see, and so it's something that I really enjoy about this age group and this community, and that's something that I almost pride myself in being able to be honored to be in this seat for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's all worthwhile.
Absolutely. Yes, it is definitely.
So I have to say, this has been a very informative episode, of the Panther Podcast. I appreciate the conversation. Great conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great conversation. And that's going to wrap it up for us with episode 2 of season 3 of the Panther Podcast. I'm Dr. Rod Henderson once again. Thank you, Ms. Davis.
Thank you.
For your time.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it.
And always remember that it's a great day to be a Panther.
Thanks for tuning in to the Panther Podcast. Subscribe, like, and share to be notified for future episodes. We'll talk to you soon.